This recording dates back to February 7, 1962, and features one of the true greats of early radio and television, Jack Benny. Benny is in Rochester for a visit at Mayo Clinic just days before his 68th birthday, which would be 39 in Benny years. Appearing with Benny was Miss Rochester 1962, Judy Oper of Byron.
We all have fond memories of those years of radio. My first memories of about 36 on up, as long as the radio show was going. One famous line I always remember was, "Now cut that out."
Yes, I still use it. I use it. There's nothing, I don't think there was anything too clever about it. I just happened to hit on it, and it got to be like if you use any kind of a line long enough, it becomes popular. Whether it was nothing brilliant to think about. I don't think my writers had to write that for me. I think I thought of that brilliant line myself.
This first time you've actually been here, right?
First time I've ever been that I can recall ever having been in Rochester.
You have an invitation to play with the Minneapolis Symphony. When is that coming off?
Well, we have been discussing it, and we haven't been able to set a date yet, but I'm going to try to do it early in fall. Make that the first concert early in fall as soon as we can get together on a date.
Jack, we opened the door here, and we didn't open it until after quite a bit of knocking this morning. You were rehearsing. Do you do this regularly?
Yes, I practice a little bit every day. Actually, not because it's ever going to make me a good violinist, but I have to practice just because I give concerts. I always have one set line. I always say, you even have to practice to be bad. You can't play, if you don't practice, you can't play the violin at all. And I have to play it, bad or good. I have to play it.
Did that practice start back in Waukegan, Illinois?
It started when I was a little kid, but it was dropped when I was about 15 years old. And then I actually never touched it as far as exercises or actual practicing was concerned. I never touched the violin until just about 5 years ago when I made up my mind I was going to give these concerts.
Jack, I think that probably some of the folks would like to know about how many people it takes in your staff to put on a weekly show.
Well, you know what?
Don't tell me you don't know.
I don't. Your guess is about as good as mine. I would only know what they call, I think, is it above the line? They have expressions which I don't even understand. That means below the line, above the line. But I really don't know. I only know that I have a director and an executive producer and 4 writers. I have a script girl. You're not talking about my personal life. You're talking about the TV television. And I have, I mentioned the director. And, of course, whatever actors we need. I always use Don Wilson. I use Dennis a lot, Rochester a lot.
Mel Blanc was there.
Mel Blanc, of course, he had that accident. Mm-hmm. We had to leave him off for a while. He couldn't work. And Frank Nelson and the people that you hear. Then, of course, other people that we use on the side, just people that we use as actors or actresses. But there are a lot of people, of course, probably more people involved that I don't know about. Now, this is in the mechanical part of it.
Jack, I was going to ask you just very briefly before we close here. You've got 1 or 2 days ahead of you. How are the clinic tests coming now? You've gotten in to see some of the doctors, have you?
Well, yes. I have one doctor here who's taking care of me all the way through, and I started this morning. And I didn't come here with anything in mind. I feel about as good as I always feel, but I get a checkup about every year or every year and a half. And I was due for a checkup. And I was going on to Chicago to visit my sister, and I know Dr. Mayo from the war days in New Guinea when I was entertaining the soldiers. He had the hospital there, and I used to take my show into the different wards in the hospital, and that's how Dr. Mayo and I got so very well acquainted. And I thought, well, it'd be kind of nice for a change just to go to the Mayos for a checkup, and that's my only reason for it. As a matter of fact, if I thought there was something wrong with me, I'd be afraid to come in. I always manage to go for a checkup when I'm feeling great. I don't want any worries. Now, I hope they don't find anything. I don't think they will. Going
to ask the folks around here. I bet you've never had the press conference sing you happy birthday, have they?
Press conference sing me a happy birthday?
Well, you've got a birthday coming a week from today, haven't you?
Yeah, the 14th.
All right. What's to keep the people here from singing happy birthday? Walt Brusick, you're always a song leader.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a great. I think we get the young lady here to say.
I think we should too. Okay.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday to you.
It wasn't too good and it wasn't too loud
Yeah.
either.
And it wasn't too young either.
Thank you so much, Jack. Keep laughing, will you? We'll
Okay.
keep laughing too.
Okay, fine. Thank you.